All right, mic check, mic check. Should be good to go now. 1 second. All right, yeah, looks good. Got my levels charted. So right now, higher time frame. Let's take a look. So I'm looking at gold, right? I'm just looking to see, are we truly trying to push higher here? If so, that'll set the tone for the indexes. So yeah, I'll also note that we have 10 a.m. news. So we'll let this take its time here. Nice. Nice, nice. So yeah, everything pretty much looking bullish across the board right now. Overnight session, we saw price rip off of this previous daily low here. We swept out the previous daily low at 8 p.m. right when the market opened at around like 7. We pushed down here, and now we're ripping right towards the previous daily high. And we also have this like double bottom sitting over here. So this could be a nice setup for price to try and go bullish. Yeah, it looks pretty strong here. If we're truly bullish, I would want to see oil start to break these pre-market lows, similar to how we see everything else pushing towards these pre-market highs and ripping past them with no problem. Let me pull up the news forecast for today. Oh my goodness, you see this? Rip mode. So yeah, this is a good sign that you really don't want to take too much structure from the pre-market. You want to let price start giving you that setup after 9:30 here, which would be excellent. Ripping through that previous daily high on ES. Not quite there yet on NAS. And then YM, we've already broken that previous daily level. All right, so see if gold can push back up into that range. I guess we've already taken out the previous daily high on gold as well. Yeah, we have previous daily high, previous daily level. So one thing I'm noticing is if you look over here at oil, we haven't taken that previous daily level. So yesterday's low, we haven't bothered it. On oil. So that could mean that price wants to continue lower here on oil, giving us a nice move higher. Or that can mean price is not even interested in this low and price will start trading back towards the session high here. All right. And then if we zoom out, we should have more liquidity. Yeah, so we still have this high up here. That could be the draw on oil. We'll see if price gets back up there. There's also, like I mentioned, this previous daily low with a lot of imbalances below it. Price could want to dig deeper. So we'll see here. There we go. We're getting that breakout here on gold finally. Looking for some sort of break on oil. So we'll see how this plays out, man. No reason to try and jump in any trades right now. Definitely gonna have to wait. But yeah, man, hopefully everyone had a solid weekend. There we go. Starting to see that selling pressure show up on oil. So that's a good sign that we actually may be trending higher. All right. Start getting some solid closures past this pre-market level. And then I'll start looking for some sort of setup to go higher. All right. We got the SMT across the board here. So if I draw this up, it would be extremely clean. We got this drive lower, 2-candle drive lower. We flip it. This down close candle gets my attention. All right. And then you pay attention to what happened on this drive lower, 940. We did not take this low. SMT here. And then you go look at YM, 940 drives very strongly through these lows here. Nice. And then you have this down close candle right here that can be used for a pivot if price can retest it, go higher. All right. I can take this session level off. We've already broken those overnight highs. Tried to go lower, failed to go lower. And then you have ES over here with the same profile, 940. Fails to go lower. SMT here. I think it just rips, bro. Something's going on. Maybe we get a 10 a.m. reversal, but right now this just looks so bullish. Crazy. Crazy. Let's see if price gives something like a pullback here around 10. We have a clean area of demand here that I would love to see price retest. All right, save that, save that, save that. And then over here, all right, nice. So we're starting to see price give that similar setup on gold. All right, you get this drive lower here. You get that flip. You also get a flip of this high right here. So all of this looks pretty solid. And then you have, if you look at the time, oil has this attempt to go higher, and then this flip here for a bearish profile. Oil drives, breaks lower. All right, and then we have this drive higher here. This accumulation area here, you want to see price start closing underneath here. But so far, everything looks fine simply because we can look across the board. We can see that the indexes give us a similar setup to what gold is giving, right? And then I'm pretty sure maybe if we look over here at silver, silver probably gives you SMT around this area here. Let's see. So we have a drive lower here, takes out this low. Yeah, massive SMT. Where you see this low right here was taken out on silver. This is the 715 low. 715 low on gold, nowhere near being bothered. Right, so with that, you get that drive, you get this flip, you get another drive here, and you get this flip here. This becomes the area of interest right here. And price is driving right back into it. Nice. Driving right back into it. All right, so with this move back, I want to see, we have this drive here, boom. Yeah, so we got, yeah, these two areas right here are what I would want to see retested. Anything in this green box here is fair game for me. Yeah, drive lower. And then for gold, I would say this range right here. All right, save that. Flip back over here to oil. We're chilling. All right. Got a fair value gap in here. We got an order block. So this is telling me 10 a.m. news. I would love to see 10 a.m. news open lower, give us that power of 3. 10 a.m. is about 2 minutes away. All right, power of 3, drive back into these demand zones and see what happens from there. Oh, man. There goes that pump. This is crazy. Let's see what 10 a.m. news does. It looks like it just wants to rip. Notice we just double tapped this previous daily level here. And we got some charts that haven't even tapped it yet. So it might just try to run here. We'll see. Actually, let me go look at the news forecast real quick. Make sure there's nothing else after that 10. Yeah, so today's Tuesday the 31st. So we have that job openings. Let's see how the market responds here. So we have this right here. 10 a.m. job openings, jolts. Should bring some volatility for sure. Boom, 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 boom. So what I'll do is I'll put silver next to us here. Oh my goodness. And then I'll put Mr. MC over here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. Now when we look at gold, we can see silver. Look at it go, guys. Job report came in and it shows what? Let's see. It shows the forecast and the actual number are pretty much neck and neck, which doesn't really mean much. So let the games begin. Volume should be free to work here. I want to see that 10 a.m. power of 3 pick up here and give us a clean buy to go higher. But remember yesterday, right? Yesterday was actually really clean. Fed Powell was speaking yesterday, but yesterday we saw price open up at 9:30, sell off, pretend to go higher here, and then completely sell. All right. But the 9:30 open pretty much set the tone, right? The 9:30 price wanted higher. Here we are today. 9:30 price wants higher. Let's see if price continues higher for this session. So what you can do here is pretty much start setting your alerts for certain areas and just walking away. Wait for price to actually start retesting structure, and the alerts will help you limit your chart time here. So I'm actually going to do that, put my alerts in, and I'm gonna make some breakfast. And the chill vibes are on the way. Underway. Boom, 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 boom. That also helps you to avoid those premature entries, right? I don't want to get involved unless price retest a valid area. And this is the most valid area because we have that manipulation underneath these lows on YM. We have that clean break of structure, and we have a few down close candles here that could be used as support. Very clean. A solid retest in this will be an A+ setup for me. Save all of this. Grab some food. And let's secure another payout this week, man. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Just need three winning days. So based on everything we've seen so far, YM is pretty weak compared to the other indexes following this 9:30 open. So I would expect YM at the very least to tap into. This is strange though. We do have a drive here. Push up into it. Yeah. That's tough. Yeah, I would need to see at least two different charts tap into this demand zone. So YM and then maybe gold or silver, something. I need to see a decent drive here. If we start creating new demand zones here, I'll start respecting those as well. Like for example, let's say price doesn't want to get way down in here. It just pulls back a little bit, taps into this gap or something, and then creates a new flip of down closed candles. I'll be looking out for that as well to use that secondary level as a reaccumulation continuation type of area. But for now, see if we get this pullback. All right, cool. All right, nice. So starting to see these levels fail here. All right, first thing I'm noticing is oil is respecting this OB down here. One small tap into it and it rips through all of the 930 structure. All right, so with that being said, that right there is a very bullish reaction. All right, we've taken out London's high, pulled back, failed to even think about going towards London's low. So that right there already tells me, all right, this looks bullish. And I can mark off some of these new demand zones and anticipate these to hold. We'll see what happens. But that right there makes me look over here on gold and say, all right, if we could start closing underneath this EMA, if we could start giving some structure, I would want to be bearish on gold. Start cleaning up some of these zones here and start marking off bearish territory. You got that right there. And make that include both of these here. And then you see all the other charts, right? We've already sold right down into this area here and we're just bleeding right through it. You'll notice gold has not sold down yet. So we get a 5-minute close through the EMA here at 10:45. Same thing over here, 10:45. See if price gives any sort of pullback. You could genuinely short this right here, right now. I'm just in no rush right now, but you could short this right now. I want to see how this 11 o'clock candle opens and how it responds. It's about 8 minutes away here. All right. But I don't think we're bullish anymore, guys. So I'm going to be very careful with the buys. The shorts look much more reliable at this point. Boom, boom. We got this area here for a retest. Got this area up here for a retest. All right, if I'm going bearish, I want to get short at one of the order blocks at the top here. If it's possible. It may not even be possible, but nice. So we're starting to flip this right here. We start closing underneath here. This is beautiful. Gold should start melting here shortly. Like I said, I could short this here, but I just really don't want to be short unless I can get like an optimal entry. If I were to short right now, that's a massive stop loss, right? So just playing the game a little bit smarter than simply just shorting it right now, because price will give you a pullback eventually. If not, then no trades for me today. Two areas here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Beautiful. Price pulling back. Maybe we use this area to bounce and then reject here and then continue lower. That would be a plus. Gold taking its time here. Silver pushing lower. Oil about to close again above this red box, which is perfect for the buyers. But as I mentioned, right, if we're getting this strong break of structure, we should see a pullback, right? And that pullback is going to make gold and oil go opposite, right? So if oil is going down on a pullback, we should see this start going up over here. This should start pushing higher and retesting. Something up in here to go lower. So we're chilling right now. Beautiful flip. Taps into that previous daily level up here and completely slams off of it. This is nice, man. Now, what does that open the door for? We have these overnight lows. We have previous daily low. We have same thing here, overnight lows, relative equal lows, 1, 2, 3 swing points stacked up here. Price would probably trade right towards those. Man, I may have to try to short gold. This doesn't look like it wants to stop, bro. Come on, bro. But lately, 11 o'clock has been giving some really nice setups. So let's see if we get that power of 3 at 11, where 11 o'clock opens higher. Wow, it's slamming, yo. If you did short here, maybe you give it a chance and put your stop above this last up close. Yeah, it's gone now. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy, kid. That is crazy, bro. 4 points, 4 contracts. That's tough, man. You want to get a good entry price, but this just looks like it's gonna run. And traded all the way back down to this previous daily level here. Hopefully, if we're in sync with price right now, maybe 11 a.m. gives us that retest entry, man. But at the same time, who knows what it's gonna do? It could keep going if it wants to. But I think we have to bank on a pullback here. Some sort of pullback. Yeah, some sort of pullback. Erase that. And the moment we close underneath here, I'm looking for a pullback. So let's see. We give it 2.5 minutes here. Just walk away. That way I don't feel like I need to short this, because I genuinely think that it might run. But that would be more of an, emotional decision. Whereas if we were to be very technical, we would say a simple pullback is fair game. Close underneath this down close candle here, like we see here on YM. And I want to short this, but I'm not. I'll just wait. 3 minutes. I'll be back in 3 minutes, so I don't click any buttons. Let me just step aside, because I genuinely think this is gonna free fall. This is tough, man. Boom, 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 boom. 2 minutes. We'll see what 11 o'clock has to offer. Hopefully 11 o'clock just manipulates higher and gives us a fair short. Hopefully. All right, so nice. We are closing underneath all of these. Yeah, so we got a clean bearish area of interest. A simple pullback, man, and boom. Got an imbalance sitting up here. We got 2 order blocks sitting up here. Let's see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. Man, that's tough. Save that. YM definitely could pull back, tap into one of these up close candles. Red zone. NASDAQ, if we close underneath, not necessarily. We're putting a wick right underneath this green box here. I want to see a strong close under it. But like I said, maybe we get this bounce before continuing. ES does close through it. So every chart is closed underneath it except for NASDAQ, which is pretty bearish if you ask me. Maybe we get a subtle bounce and then a continuation. All right, so save this across the board. I'm looking for shorts. It is officially 11. All right, let's open higher here. Retest. Some stuff is crazy, bro. Like, We have this boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So I'm watching these two areas right here. All right, nice. Nice. Opening higher. Opening higher is right where it needs to be. Gotta watch gold here. I think I'll probably end up trading gold. This is what I want to see from oil here. A deep pullback would be satisfactory. A pullback all the way back into this accumulation zone here. Be perfect. Or at least until the EMA or something of that nature. There we go. Nice. All right, yeah, so I'm looking for a strong move here. Perfect. Price is driving directly into these red zones here. And YM is a lot weaker. I may end up shorting YM, man. So like let's take a look at what happened at this high. So we have the SMT off of this high. NASDAQ is stronger based on this sweep here. All right, you get that sweep. And then here you get that SMT. You get a few up close candles here. All right, boom, 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 boom. And then you have, what else? YM, yeah. So YM was, this high was made at 1030. 1030 was nowhere near this level here. Bingo. So you see the SMT across the board here. All right, with that SMT, you get a beautiful area of interest. Let's see if we can drive back into it. YM is, like I mentioned, pretty weak, but we did sweep out that session liquidity over there. So YM is actually stronger than these other guys. ES is the weakest one right now, so I'm gonna be looking to short ES. Yeah, ES is the weaker one. If I can't short ES, I'll short gold. Yeah, let's see. Nice. So we're driving beautifully back into this area. This is perfect. And now all you need is a solid rejection, and we start closing back underneath these levels. We have this previous weekly high, the green line. We have this EMA. All right, so if we can start to turn and start closing back underneath it, that's when I'll try my short. EMA here. EMA here. Really nice. You got this previous daily low. And as I mentioned, you got this red box here as well that overlaps that previous daily low. You see how this previous daily level here, the green line, is a decent level of support and resistance. Served as resistance, broke it, back to resistance, broke it, broke it, broke it. Use it as support for a little while. Now we're back up under it. Could be used as resistance now. to go lower. All right, boom. So now we wait, man. It's 11 o'clock. So far, so good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Need to see oil start pulling back here. Now that we see gold going higher, right? You want to see this start pulling back. Nice. It's only 5 minutes into that 11 o'clock candle, and we've already traded up a good amount here. 110 points on the NASDAQ. It's trading directly back into this zone here. This is, oh my goodness, bro. Makes you wonder, what if we're still bullish? But the reason I'm canceling the bullish idea, we closed through this down close candle, and then we have this strong move here on oil also making me a little bit hesitant to short. I'm sorry, to buy. But we'll see what happens here. We're about to get a strong close above this EMA. Let's see if this trade right here can unfold. All right, cool. Then keeping in mind, right, that power of three, everything is telling me that the shorts are much more likely here. All right, so what do you notice here, right? You see we're pushing higher on oil, tapped into this gap here, and price decided it was not going any lower, right? Shows me that oil is in a rush, so we should start seeing some rejection now that we're tapping into these bearish order blocks here. All right, let's see if that's the case. ES never makes it. YM made it, and Q doesn't make it yet. So these are the top candidates. YM or gold for the short. Yeah, YM or gold here. Let's look at the shorts on YM. Have they been pretty clean today? YM is pretty bearish. YM takes out these session lows. Here we haven't shown any sign of taking them out on NAS. ES, we're nowhere near those lows at all. So yeah, YM is pretty weak compared to those two currently. So I wouldn't be opposed to a YM short here. Just looking for this 5-minute candle to flip. I'm looking for price to get back underneath 10 a.m. All right. Same over here on silver. Same over here on YM. Let's pull up some indicators, see what levels we are interacting with. Price is driving back into this 930 open price. Let's see if we can get some rejection right now. Patience, 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 man. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna wait for this 5 minute candle to close. As we mentioned, this was a key area of interest. Wanted to see price drive back into it and show some sort of bearishness, and we get a beautiful rejection candle here. Just gonna wait for it to close so we don't get any wicks that could throw off this trade idea. I just want to see a strong close here in the next 30 seconds, and then I'll start drawing up a short. You can see oil, as I mentioned, showing no signs of lower right now. All right, so this would be the liquidity here. Price could take this high and end up going back lower. Then you have this Asia high if price truly wants to go higher. So there's a few draws up above that I like on oil. And I think it would make sense for gold to at least push back underneath, right? If you notice, 930 has been bullish all morning. So at the very least, we should be able to take these relative equal lows underneath 930. And then maybe retest midnight or take out these overnight lows, whichever one, right? But we got the close here. So now I'm looking for an entry. All right, we got this fair value gap here. I'm going to use as my pivot point here. See if price can respect this and then go lower. It's 11:30, so let's get that power of 3 once again. We saw 11 open up higher, and it was higher the entire candle. So now we want to see if the next 30-minute candle can open higher right now and give a retest for lower. That would be fire. And then I'll start looking for my entry price. That right there. YM as well, like I mentioned, I want to see YM. So what time did this candle close at? Right at 11:30. So right here at 11:30, I'm looking for a slight pullback, a small power of 3 pullback. And we have this bearish candle here. We have those bullish candles right next to it. My stop will go above that swing high there. Everything over here looks pretty solid. Yeah. So yeah, just looking for a small pullback. Oh no. Oh no. Let me get both ideas ready because gold may pull back and the others may not. 11 points. Create order. Let's see. Clear 5. Yeah, maybe 4. Yeah, like 4 points. Bring it up a little bit. Make it safe there. 12.5 points on the stop. Man, that's tough, bro, but it should show a nice move here. So 1.5 would be there. YM. I may do YM because YM is giving you a massive range. You can get 1 to 2 from the same trade idea. So I think I have to go with YM here. 115 points is much better than what gold has to offer. And we know YM is pretty weak as well. Yeah, 1 contract, 575. Not terrible. And you could target these lows here for a much better target. Yeah. Much better risk to reward. Come on, give us that push up, bro. Stop playing around. 11:30. I want to see a drive higher here. I may be forced to take gold if it's the only one that pulls back here. Gold would be like a 12-point stop, 4 contracts. YM, come on, pull back. There we go. Still not pulling back. Stupid. Man. All right, gold at least is pulling back here. So if we get a sharp move lower, I got to try gold. 12-point stop. 4 contracts. 12.5 points, 4 contracts. And entry price 46.38. TP would be what? About 18.5. Come on, YM, can you pull back? There we go. Come on. I need to see YM get back. Or I guess we do have this bearish gap right here as well. I would love to see just a strong push back up. Starting to see a little bit here. But come on. Just keep going higher. 4 contracts on gold. And then if I do YM, it would be, let's draw it up. Create limit order here. There we go. Getting that push up. This is beautiful. Exactly what you want to see. If we're truly bearish, it should push up the way it's pushing up right now with that new 30-minute candle. And then we should start to reject strongly off of anything in here. Sheesh. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That way we know if we turn aggressively after this massive drive, we know for sure that this is going to be bearish. I'm looking to short YM with a 110 point stop. $600 is not terrible. 110. What price would this be? Price would be 45,913. Yep, 45,913. And that'll be 1 mini or 10 micros equals 600, 110. And then we're looking for a 200 point TP. That'll be like 1.9, 1 point. Oh, really? I'll drag it up. There's no reason to. I don't need all of that. 1.6 is fine. 175 points. All right. Nice. So yeah, a strong rejection here is what I'm looking for. Keep our eyes on oil. Like I mentioned, oil shows no signs that it wants lower. So we should be able to push lower here. What else do we have in here? We have this bullish candle right here. Nothing there. YM. Nothing there. So yeah, we're just chilling, waiting for that flip. Back bearish. Gold, we have this bearish area here. Yeah. So we're chilling. Got my trades ready. If I short gold, it's gonna be 4 micros. If I short YM, it's gonna be 10 micros. 5 minute. Cool. All right, so here we go again, man. We got another 30-minute candle on the way. If you look at the clock, we have about 3 minutes or so until 12 o'clock is here. So I'm trying my best to be patient here, but I may short this and then go from there. There we go. Gold. Oh. See if I can get a good entry price here, and I'm gonna look for a short. All right. If I can enter around here, that's not terrible, right? 45,893. Yeah, I'm gonna short that. Price is this at right now? I'm gonna type this up for VIP, man. One contract there. Price was 8. Eight, 5. All right, let's see if we can get this push here. I'm looking for. Let me move this down a little bit. Got a not terrible entry, right? Because I can still cover these short-term highs in here with 110 points. A little bit more. Looking for about a 600-point risk here. 120 points there. And then I'm looking for. Yeah, that kind of throws off my risk to reward. That sucks. So if anything, yeah, I'll have to put my stop at 110. Put it down a little bit. That way I can get a decent risk to reward. And 12 o'clock could either push against what's already in motion, or we could get a nice dump here. Let's see. Right. See if we can get some speed here. And there goes that 12 o'clock push, completely opposite. Which, come on, bro. Some stuff is like, oh my goodness. But I'm anticipating this type of move. It just sucks that it happens after I get in, bro, because I could have been taking my entry off of this. That sucks. Completely ruins my entry, right? But I'm anticipating that type of move. Now this is where I want to see price start to resist. Oh my goodness, bro. Let's see if we get some resistance here, bro. Doesn't look like it, does it? Oh my lord, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. This is not good. I mean, absolute rocket ship. That's tough. I did enter right before this new candle, but like I mentioned, we had already broken this level twice. We had this closure, three, four different times. And I was just looking for some sort of rejection. We got the rejection, we got the closure. Hold on. All right, so somehow, even though we show no signs of weakness so far over here on oil, we are continuing to trend ever since this like 10, 25 low, 10, 15 low. Price has been holding the EMA, holding all bullish structure, trending higher. Yet over here, we refuse to trade anywhere. So this is probably going to stop me out for no reason. And I'm just going to have to accept whatever this does here. Maybe wait for a different trade, maybe not. It just depends. But if we don't see a follow through here, this is what you call a chop, right? There's no reason for price to be trading the same direction on every single chart. That's not how the markets typically work, right? So if we're going higher, I need to see price start moving lower. This is so stupid, bro. What is it doing, kid? It's just wasting time. Still inside of this bearish area of interest, still showing weakness every time we get up towards this these highs right here. You see the resistance, right? Yeah, it's not selling off how I would want to see it sell off. Here we are in this area right here. This is stupid, man. Genuine waste of time right now. Gold slamming back lower. Man, look at here. This is crazy, bro. We tap into this level here and show nothing but bearishness now. And then there goes more. Look at this. Like, what is this? Does anybody want to explain what's happening right now? If we sell off, I get it. But if we end up pushing back up here, then I don't know if I really want this trade, man. We continue trending higher. I don't see any reason for oil to be going lower. It refuses to go lower, right? We see it clear as day. So why isn't this selling off yet? It's like it just 12 o'clock. We know 12 o'clock can open up and go opposite. We know that. But what is it doing up here? Is it sweeping? Let's see. We swept this 1130 high here. I don't know, bro. We swept this 1130 high. YM, where's 1130? I don't know, bro. It's just, did we sweep this or did we stay under it? Yeah, we barely sweep this high here at 1138. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, bro. How is it? Look at it. It's making new highs again. We should sell off here, kid. Let's see. We got some decent rejection. I'm just like, I don't even like that price is still up near this area. I don't even like that. I want to see price literally stay underneath this EMA and start taking out lows, breaking through these midnight prices down below. That's what I'm looking for. But I guess the market doesn't care what I'm looking for. Still holding the EMA on NASDAQ, still holding the EMA on ES. Back underneath this previous daily high here, though. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know, kid. And now we're back above the EMA again. Just wasting people's life right now, kid. Maybe gold is the play. Or maybe we're going to see just a massive dump here any second now. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Either we're about to see one of those last minute free falls, or we are just gonna get chopped up because price just refuses to sell off right now. Gold is underneath the EMA, but that's the only one. You got everything else pretending to be so bullish right now, man. Like, I try not to get bothered by stuff like this, but at the end of the day, like, I just don't see how all of these charts are going the same direction. That's never the case. Unless we're about to get a fake out on oil and just free fall. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll just let it play out. And honestly, if I do get stopped, I probably won't trade this anymore. Because I don't see why this would even make any sense right now. Well, hey, price is truly refusing to go lower, so I think it's gonna go higher here. Are we starting to close? Yeah, we're starting to close through these down close candles for no reason here. Yeah, it's gonna stop me out. Go ahead, get it over with. There it is. There it is. There it goes. Finally. Hold on, let me update VIP here. Stops hit. Chop activated. Yeah, man. Some stuff is just, it is what it is. I still don't believe it's going higher though. That's the sad part. Well, let's go to the 5 minute. Let's take a look. Are we actually closing through these levels here? Let's see. 12 o'clock could have been just that sweep. All right. We have these down close candles here. Let's see if YM actually closes through them. 5 minute chart here. Still in this bearish territory. This is just trash, bro. It's like a overextended short where we have these bearish candles. We closed through these here, but if you notice, YM still hasn't closed through it just yet. If so, F40. Still, yeah, I don't think we're bullish, man. This is not weak at all. And then gold, as I mentioned, hasn't closed through anything bearish yet either. We're still inside of these bearish candle ranges, and we're just chopping sideways. So yeah, if you ask me, I would say that this level right here, this previous daily high, is the culprit for whatever reason price doesn't want to close underneath it and hold underneath it. It got underneath it once, which is why I shorted here. And then you see price immediately flip right back above it and start holding it. So if you're bearish, you want to see price eventually work its way under this 45,913 and stay underneath 45,913. Okay. Okay. Good job. Hey, thank you, bro. Yeah, kid. I mean, it's like, all right, if you're looking at it from an extreme point of view, when we close underneath this EMA, the first candle was here. which I already have this zone marked out as a yellow zone here. This was the highest point before that sell-off. Price is pushing right back into it, which is fine, right? But you want to see strong moves similar to this, right? You want to see price flip and stay underneath the EMA. Instead, what you saw was price flip it and then get right back above the EMA as if there was no point of that happening. And then over here, you see 10 a.m. price is a brick wall. I don't know. I think maybe what's happening is oil will take this high and then just completely die. And gold must know this, or everyone else must know this. So it's not going lower just yet. It's just waiting for that to happen. I don't know. But everything would tell me that a short makes sense if we can get a 5-minute closure through the EMA, through some swing points. We close through these bullish candles here. This becomes an area of interest for shorts for me. Right here. We close through it, we retest. And as you can see, the retest is pretty much failing. We retest it up here, try to go lower, fail, push up again. If I'm gonna try this again, I need to see a strong close underneath the previous daily high. And the sad part is if I try to short here after it retests, I could miss the trade. It could short underneath here and just keep going and never pull back. Because it's not supposed to be bullish right now, if you ask me. Look at it, bro. Oil is not going lower, bro. It's really not. So let's see here. Are we actually staying underneath this EMA? This looks fine. Maybe a closure underneath 10 a.m. and then I'll try a short. And I may just have to short gold because YM, nah. Appreciate you, but not interested anymore. I'll wait for gold to break lower because one thing, at least gold hasn't given much of a fake out. If you shorted gold right here, your stop would be, let's say you short the very bottom, your stop would be above here. So you're still in this trade, right? Whereas YM is taking people out before going lower. So I would, yeah, I'm gonna consider this short underneath 10 a.m., 16-point stop. And then just look for 1.5, something like that. This is tough though, because look how close oil is to this high. You hope that once this high is taken, it keeps going. But that may not be the case. Price could short here, take out this low, and then keep going back bullish. I don't know though, but the power of 3 is telling me to stick to the shorts, man. Stick to the shorts. Stick to the shorts. This is so stupid, bro. If it was bullish, I would want to see a close through here, similar to what it gave, and a pullback on all the charts. Here, you're not getting that closure through just yet. It's trying to, but it just hasn't given it on YM or gold, right? They're still chopping on YM and gold. Hey, come here. Come here. All right, yeah. So now this is officially just wasting time. I don't think I want to trade this, bro. Only thing that would make me okay with buying is if we see oil actually start crashing. But this is what you call Chop City right now. Yeah, gotta be careful. One loss is better than two losses. Yeah, kid, this is what you call shenanigans. I can't even respect anything bullish over here right now. Now, if we just see this crash and start wiping out these lows, closing through these lows, then I get it. But we saw oil break structure, pull back, retest, and show a lot of bullishness, right? What do we see over here? We saw the same thing, but opposite, right? We saw price sweep this high. Well, first we broke structure here. We had a nice sell-off here. Nice rejection here. Sweep that high. Broke structure again. And then we pull back into this area and you see the rejection from this red zone. There's no speculation. There's bearish rejection on the 5-minute. Got this candle, got this candle, got this candle. Right? So naturally you would anticipate a continuation lower. Same thing over here. Sweep this high, break structure, we pull back, start selling off. So I'm looking for shorts in this yellow candle range right here. Easy. Not hard at all. Same thing over here. Broke structure, pull back, showing that bearish pressure, find my area of interest. I'm looking for shorts off of it. For whatever reason, the market is delaying these shorts. Maybe it doesn't want a short, or maybe it is literally just squeezing out all of the people in between before the shorts can happen. I don't know. But I'm thinking that I might walk away here. Yeah, bro, it's just not realistic right now. Not realistic at all. It's looking something like this right here, where price was just chilling inside of this range for how many days? Thursday, 4 p.m., Friday, till Friday at 3 a.m., and then the real shorts kick in. Anybody trying to short in between here just lost money, even though they were correct to be looking for shorts. Time distortion is the ultimate account blower. And that's the part that makes trading stupid. We literally might stay inside of this range until 3 a.m. Why? It's 12:30. I'll give price 30 minutes to impress me before I just walk away. It's almost like I should just be trading oil, bro. But notice we're literally sitting inside of this bearish red box. So the shorts are not eliminated. Same thing here. Shorts are not eliminated. Close through. Yeah, we'll see, man. We might end up taking one more one more short, but I feel like the shorts are not going to be as heavy as I would like to see. Like if you do catch a short, you may just want to do like a 1-to-1 take a small scalp because I don't know if the shorts are actually going to go back for all these lows. Looks like we spent way too much time being bullish, right? When you pay attention to the clock, you'll notice that we were bullish from 9:30 all the way up to like 10, 11. We retested this 9:30 low here and went right back bullish. This is just telling me that price would prefer to be bullish today. It's just not giving the best profile to work with. Maybe we do have a profile here. Let's see. So I'm looking at this move lower where we flip, right? We take out this 940 high on YM. 940. 940. All right, yeah. So I'm actually gonna flip bullish, bro. If we can get a clean retest. That's the next the next question is, do we actually get a retest of these levels here? You got this level right here, this down close candle where price just completely failed to continue lower. And then you have same thing here. Yeah, I think I'm going to be buying today, man. It's just a scam. It's not bullish, but it's not shorting either. So it'll probably just trend higher for New York session, and then overnight session, you get the real shorts, which is not a surprise, right? We've seen that multiple times here. So you got that level, you have this level. Got a drive lower. We close through all those bearish candles and we leave this down close order block here. And then we try to go lower. We leave another order block here. EMA bullish. Same thing here. And then we have a SMT off of this specific point right here. This 940 candle is what I'm looking at. We were not able to reach that level. On there, but we were able to just barely sweep it here. And now we're tapping back into this area here. This is so stupid, bro. Why would I be buying this? And it's really gonna make you buy it, bro. Gold, on the other hand, gold is absolutely atrocious right now. We aren't closing through anything. Silver gave you at least a decent close. But I'm thinking gold and oil are the ones that are screwing me up today. If I'm not watching gold and oil, which sometimes they do stupid stuff like today, if I take those out of my analysis, I can see that we failed to go lower here. We flip and we leave two bearish candles that we can use as break and retest for order blocks like this. So a nice drive back into this order block. And if it holds, I'll be looking for a buy. YM is already driving back into it. Nice. So yeah, let's see what happens here. This is tough. Which one's stronger? I want to say ES is the stronger one, right? 940. NQ, 10 a.m., 10 a.m. NQ's underneath 10 a.m. ES already tapped 10 a.m. NQ taps 9:30. ES taps 9:30. I would go with ES. ES is fine. Somehow ES looks pretty solid. Previous daily high. Yeah. ES is sitting above it. Yeah, I would take ES here. All right. So with that, let's see if we can get a drive back into this down close candle. And this is where price flips. Flips right here. Flips right here. Boom, boom, boom. And then, yeah, just get out of my face, gold and silver and oil. Because you guys are drunk. There's no reason. I mean, we have seen it before where gold and oil go the same direction, but it doesn't last very long, right? And oil is clearly bullish. We know that from all the war talks. So if oil is bullish, then we know that if this is pretending to be bullish, this is the one that's lying. And we're just waiting for a break of structure, which we saw. And then now we're looking at this retest. We're like, bro, what are you doing, kid? Why aren't you just shorting? I don't know. Strange. It's 12:30. So yeah, I'll give price 30 minutes to make sense here. Watch it try to go short randomly now. This is so stupid. So we sweep these highs here. There goes your SMT again, bro. This might still be bearish. If we can start closing back underneath here, there's no reason why it shouldn't be bearish. We have another SMT off of this high. It's so lame, bro. This is just wasting time. We've taken out this high here. Elijah. Taking out this high here. I need to drive back into here, man. Trading could be so simple, then on days like this, it really just chooses to be stupid, bro. What is this? Here we go, pretending to be bullish again. It's not pretending though. It's just not going lower. So if we're looking at YM, we had a break, closes above here. I don't know. I don't think I want to trade this, bro. It's begging you to buy this, bro. Stop below 930 and just target a high. Something stupid like this, man. But why would I want to be buying this right now? I guess it's a wrap. Yeah, we're not retesting this area here. Failed to drive back into this 5-minute demand zone, and price is strong enough to just continue without it. So yeah, man, I think I'm gonna just wrap it up. I think I want to wrap it up, bro. I just don't feel like trading this. It's not really expanding how you would expect it to in the middle of the trading week. It's Tuesday. We had some decent news today. But right around 10 o'clock, price just starts chopping. That's right when the news came out. Look at it. Straight sideways. Imagine if oil starts breaking here, then I would be happy to take a buy. That would make more sense, right? But, bro, get out of here, bro. Somebody's tweeting. Something is not right, bro. Let's see. Something's not right, bro. Look at it. Just go here. There we go. This is the reaction you want to see. If we're going higher and it's legitimate and it's not fake, oil will make a genuine effort to go the opposite way, right? Now we finally get that. And it was giving us signs that price was bullish, but it's hard to know which one is lying to your face. And then in today's case, oil was the one that was lying, which is fine, right? It's just you want to make sure that if you take a second trade, it has to be spot on. Like, I don't want to be guessing. And this helps to eliminate that guesswork here. So with this, if we can get a strong 5-minute close, which we're about to in 30 seconds here, I can start drawing up a trade idea. Finally. My goodness, bro. This is such a scam. If it would have pulled back into this area right here, I would have been able to trade that, right? Doesn't pull back. Instead, you get this 120-point explosion. All right, so there goes your next order block there. Bro, this is stupid, bro. I feel like Trump just said something. Had to, right? Had to have said something. All right, now we actually have beautiful bullish areas. No way, bro. Let me check Twitter real quick. Let me check it. Um, all right. 50 minutes ago. Makes no sense. Bro, this is unreal, kid. Look at it go, bro. And look how simple this buy was on YM. YM gave you the retest. Man. YM drives right back into the green zone, turns off of it beautifully. The others just abandon it, doesn't even think about tapping into it, which ruins the trade idea. For me, at least, I would have been buying this if it would have. Look at this. 400-point move, bro. What's happening? Something just happened, and I'm not seeing it right now. What just happened, bro? Does anybody know? Mm. I don't know, man. I really don't see what would have caused that. I don't know what would have caused. Bro, what would have caused a 200, 300-point move? Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. There's nothing I can do with this. I can't trade this. The move is pretty much done here. So, yeah. I will wrap this up and save myself a headache. Enjoy the rest of my afternoon. Took a loss on the short. Where was the short here? On YM. I tried to short it here. Yeah, short it down in here. Stop here. Something like this. Yeah, I tried this right here. All right, with the nice divergence off of the highs. But as you can see, midnight price was the draw. This sell-off, this SMT, all of that nonsense, all it wanted was to tap into midnight. Once it hit midnight, it completely shifted gears on us. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Be smart, be safe. I don't know what happened here. Maybe we'll see some news headlines in a minute, but I don't even care to investigate right now. I'm going to run away here. Let me screenshot this, drop it in the chat. Boom, 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 boom. Hide indicators. Stopped out there. Welcome to the game of shenanigans. All right, cool. Download. All right, yeah, so I'm out of here. And rightfully so. I don't think I want to, I don't want to get chopped up in this. That is crazy. The more I look at it, like, bro, somebody caught that though. Somebody's Elijah, come here. All right, yeah. All right, yeah. So that's it. I'll look around later, maybe get some headlines. I'll jump in the chat later and see what ends up happening. But I don't know what's happening. I don't know how price can find so much energy randomly. Who knows? But that's it. Tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow's better. We'll see what happens. All right. Later.